driving down 9, and it is, it's Sunday, March 15th, 2 days before St. Patrick's Day, and it's just so quiet out here. There's been kind of sporadic riders here and there. It is a Sunday. Also, church was canceled today, so that was kind of strange, and my new small group is canceled for tomorrow, so like a lot of things are just canceled, and everybody in authority is saying the same thing, that nobody's ever seen anything like this before. It kind of makes me want to go to one of the few places that are open, and today I think it was Mayor de Blasio in New York that said you want to frequent your favorite restaurants and bars because they might not be open next week. They might be forced to close. So it's a very different time. It's different than anything we've seen before. This is March 17th. It's St. Patrick's Day. There's more people walking around than usual. It's not exactly dead out here. It's just kind of like the whole world's on vacation. I'm concerned though that the Wendy's is called like a corona site. I'm not a big conspiracy theory type person, but I do kind of feel like, is there something else going on? You know, because everything's so different. Like, what in the world is this? Where all of a sudden we're required to stay in our houses and there's a curfew. Everything's shut down after 8. Essential vehicles only. So I think an Uber is essential. So I'm going to be driving around after 8 tonight.
New York City has 3,600 cases of COVID-19. Mayor de Blasio gave the breakdown by borough. In Queens, 980 cases. In Manhattan, 976 cases. In Brooklyn, 1,030 cases. In the Bronx, 463 cases. In Staten Island, 165 cases. The MTA says 23 of its employees are infected. 19 are New York City Transit employees. 4 are LIRR workers. MTA Chairman Pat Foy says the infected employees are in quarantine.
40 minutes.
The agency is working with the health department to identify other virus cases in New
then
Jersey.
make a right turn on Old Bridge Turnpike.
With 9 deaths. 3 of those deaths are linked to
Take the next right toward Old Bridge Turnpike, then turn right onto Old Bridge.
I'm certified.
Are you?
I have to, I have to work.
Where do you have to work?
I'm a home health aide.
Oh, so you do have to work.
Yeah, I deal with the elderly and the disabled.
Oh, do you have masks?
Yeah.
You do have masks? Do you have enough?
Hand sanitizer.
Okay, so you're not running out of any of that, right?
No.
Okay, that's
If I
good.
do, I just go to my office and they give me some more.
Okay, so they've got plenty. They're not running out. Okay. When you say you feel terrified of it, what do you feel afraid of?
Due to my disease, and I don't know how it could affect me. There's people that have actually died because of it.
Are you more afraid for yourself or your patients?
Both. I deal with the elderly.
I'm glad that are you wearing face masks when you come in to see them? Okay.
Gloves. I carry hand sanitizer. I wash my hands a million times a day.
Aerosol spray, the Lysol, I use that a lot. You guys are important because we're not allowed to see them. So you guys are, you're the only one that they can see. They're not even supposed to be visiting with their family.
Yeah.
Are you a Christian by any chance?
Yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay. So the Bible, we need to be reading the Bible right now, right?
Yeah.
Do you have a Bible?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. I was going to say I have an extra one. So,
my mom was a church person. She was always at church. So most of the times I was with her.
Okay.
And, she passed away 3 years ago, but I still have her stuff. She had like 3 Bibles.
Oh, good.
I still have them. Yeah.
Well, there's probably a lot in there that would comfort you and make you feel better. Because if God forbid something does happen to you, then you're going to heaven. To live is Christ and to die is gain is what the Apostle Paul said. So when we get to heaven, it's actually going to be better.
Survivor's death. A Bergen County woman in her 90s It brings to 267 the total number of cases in Jersey. Curfew also ordered all malls and indoor play areas in the state to close indefinitely as of 8 tonight.
267.
The state is asking people to voluntarily refrain from any travel between the hours of 8 p.m. and 5 a.m.
I'm planning on being out there.
Essential work.
It's work.
New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio says city residents should be prepared for the possibility of shelter in place within days.
Yeah, do you hear that?
Blasio said no decision has been made yet.
I don't think that until we really see it up close and personal, we're going to know what we're in for. You just don't know. Like, nobody knows who has it or who doesn't have it. And someone who got in my car today, I thought, she looks kind of sick. She doesn't look well, you know. And, you know, we're all just not knowing. But if you look at everything for what it is, it's just not like calm and cool. There's a nice fresh breeze in the air. It's a little bit cooler than normal for a March. It feels like the summer is coming in. It would be totally different if it wasn't for this Corona thing. So I'm on my way to the Jesus bookstore to get some Hope for Hard Times. This one. I just want to pass out a lot of these. I don't know what's going to happen. They might have to close the Jesus bookstore. Today I called and verified that they are open until 8. They're closing everything. They closed the malls. They closed the restaurants. They closed AMC theater, indoor play areas, whatever, and schools, of course. It's the day after, St. Patrick's Day, and it was the St. Patrick's Day that never was. And I think the whole world must be watching the East Coast because we are, today, 2,300 cases or something like that. Just in New Jersey, 400 something. You need to know something if you don't know this already. New Jersey is right next to New York City. That's why a lot of us live here, is to be close to New York City. Bergen County overlooks New York City. There's someone walking past me. He's going to think I'm talking to myself. No, he shouldn't even be out. This older person, God bless him. A lot of people that I usually drive, are coming in from the city. Every day I talk to people from New York. They live here because they like to live in New Jersey and be in the city, but at the end of the day they want to come home. They don't want to stay in New York City because it's crazy. Although, of course, everybody loves New York. And the reason that I moved here, I tell people this all the time, was to get closer to New York City. So I love where I live. I remember when I was saying, oh my gosh, there's somebody in East Brunswick. Well, now there's like, I think 17 in Middlesex County, which is where I live. It's just the weirdest day. There's a weird sense of like positive energy, but I think that's going to change as this whole thing continues. I really want to pick up a rider. I really miss my riders. I miss just doing what I do. I'm on Easton in New Brunswick, right near the Rutgers campus. I don't see it though. I don't see anybody with this thing, so it just seems normal if they weren't telling me otherwise.
In terms of
my riders seem normal, way less riders, way less trips right now.
We're dealing with this crisis. As we see crowds disappearing on streets and other areas, that has translated to a decrease in crime. We've also seen a decrease in calls to 911, a service throughout the city, with one notable exception, calls to service regarding sick patients. And that has seen, obviously, an increase as expected.
That's why I keep seeing ambulances all over the place.
4 days picking up. That is something that we are watching closely.
It's like we're in wartime all of a sudden, just like that.
We remain very well resourced to handle any and all obstacles that come our way. But we have, at this point in time, 52 members of the NYPD that have tested positive for coronavirus. That ranges from civilian members to the executive level. Seems like years, but it's really about weeks.
Yeah,
so
it's only been a couple weeks. A week ago was Friday the 13th. Today, that was just a 371, and I wanted her to talk on the camera, but she was shy. That happens a lot. I have actually talked to a couple people today who work in nursing homes. I've been trying to set up something so that the nursing home that is somewhat connected to my church, that we can give them Easter cards. But what I didn't realize is that everything has stopped for them. Not only are they not getting visitors, but they are also confined to their rooms. And, not that anybody would be mean to them, but that's for their own safety. The nursing homes that we're working with, I'm not sure if they're actually confined to their rooms. I never thought about that. They can get out and walk around in the hall. I believe they can go outside, but for the most part, they stay in their rooms, and they're receiving their meals in their rooms right now. So it's really hard for them, What I am holding on to is there was a moment where myself and one friend from the church went to minister to the nursing home, and it was just kind of a magic moment type thing. It was before the coronavirus hit, and it was calm, and it was just a really blessed time. We didn't have a minister yet. We're working on setting up a minister to come in, and I hold on to that moment where I just came in and did music. We just sang music with them, gave them words to the songs so that they could sing with us, and began to plan for what we would do in the future with that. But anyway, we as a church, none of us can go and visit the nursing homes. A lot of people used to do services for them, and now of course we can't do that. But you can do cards, so please do cards for people in the nursing home, and I'm going to begin an initiative to get as many cards out to people in the nursing home as we can, so that they know that people still love them and care about them and understand that they're going through a lot. It really hurts me that they're trapped in their rooms. Oh my God. It's really sad. They're such sweet people, and if they have Alzheimer's, they don't understand. The roads are totally dead. It's crazy that a virus can do this. And I guess it's only natural. I have a cough drop in my mouth. It's only natural to wonder if there's other things going on, or, it's like, why, do we all have to be off the streets? But I'll tell you what's a really beautiful thing is there's a guy with a mask on. To see all the people walking around in the sunshine, that's really nice. Piscataway is a largely Indian, not native Indian, but Indian community, meaning from India. And it's, again, just very, very quiet, very sunny, very nice. It's a new world. All of a sudden, we are ushered into a new world. I always felt that something was coming. I always believed something was on the way. And this fits what I felt in my spirit was coming, although I didn't know what it was.
It took me like 3 days to find Lysol wipes.
Right. I have some. I wipe down the whole car.
Oh, wow.
But I can't afford to do it between. I had this from because I always did it anyway.
Time, yeah.
I'm almost out. So
hey, I'm surprised you have hand sanitizer. That's also hard to find too.
I got it right. I got the hand sanitizer right when the whole thing started.
Oh, me too.
Just boom. I was right on it, and I would have gotten more if I would have known.
I still got home. So. I am staying away, safe distance from everybody. Like when I was at the Target, I was staying away.
What are you gonna do for the next? Let's say it's 2 weeks. What are you gonna do? Do you live by yourself?
No, I have a roommate, but it still gets.
It's hard.
A lot of Netflix.
A lot of Netflix, yeah.
But
YouTube. You got to look at my YouTube channel.
I'll do that too. But at some point, that's gonna get tired just watching TV. You know what I mean?
You know what? I have some creative projects. I think that will help. I've got the YouTube. I've got all kinds of content to put together, so I've got that. And I do Mod Podge. I'm going to exercise more. I feel like everything I need to do is inside the house for the most part. Clean. There's going to be a lot of clean houses. Perfect time to clean if you've got cleaning supplies.
That's true. I will have to go to my running track just to walk around and stretch myself.
Yeah, because you can't go to the gym, but I don't have a gym membership anyway. I hula hoop. So.
Our clubhouse is closed, so.
Yes, of course, and the library is closed.
Your destination is on the right.
Weddings, baptisms, and memorial masses are no longer allowed in churches. They'll all be moved to later dates. Outdoor graveside services are still allowed as long as congregants follow social distancing guidelines. The City Marriage Bureau announced it is closing. The city clerk says couples looking to get marriage licenses will have to wait until further notice. You gotta take this more and more seriously with every passing day. It's tough. It's tough to get out of the patterns that we've lived our whole lives in. But something has changed and it's not going back. So I ask you, all New Yorkers, there's no place on earth where people are stronger, tougher, more resilient, and more compassionate. There is no place on earth better than New York City. We're going to need to show that right now. Everyone, step up. A few words in Spanish.
We're live at City Hall. You've been listening. Here's on the mayor, Bill de Blasio, a very visibly shaken mayor. He used the word distraught, his own word for what he was doing.
I work at a liquor store, and we've been open. We open tomorrow. We open Monday.
Has it been really busy?
Stupid busy. Everybody, because you know the New York liquor stores closed down.
Oh, they did? I thought they were staying open.
Did too. Nah, we're like the only ones.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, we're like the only ones. So everybody from New York, Newark,
they're coming here to get liquor?
Yeah, it was a line outside.
I didn't know that.
The whole day. Yeah, we opened. We closed at 8 o'clock.
Where is it at?
Right here, where Liquors.
What town is it in? Avenue? Elizabeth. Okay.
Yeah, so one of the biggest liquor stores.
So people have come to Elizabeth because they can't get liquor in New York, even though New York's shutting down.
Yeah.
So why did Cuomo shut down all the liquor stores? All this stuff is not on the radio.
I was asking my job, like, why are we not shutting down? But they said it's essential. Like, people need it.
Yeah, I mean, they're not going to bars. They're going, if they go to bars, they're going to get alcohol. So if they're going to stay at home, you can't just say you can't have alcohol. You have to sit and look at each other.
Yeah, exactly. So they're saying it's an essential thing.
I'm not trying to advocate being a big alcoholic, but if you want people to stay home, I know people that are going to have alcohol if they're going to stay home.
Yeah.
Do you know they closed Wawa?
They did?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And I thought they would stay.
Wawa's a big company too.
I thought they would stay. That's what made me feel like there's something going on. This is strange. I hope there's not some weird conspiracy, but 9 o'clock they were supposed to close, and they were closed at 8:45. And I said it's not 9 yet. And of course, I'm saying this through a glass door. And she's like, "No, we close at 8:30."
Yeah, we close at 7:45. But we could gather our things and get out by 8 o'clock.
Okay, so you closed at 8 tonight.
Yeah. So I know Amazon and stuff is still open.
Oh yeah. I guess Amazon is considered essential. I've driven a lot of people to their Amazon jobs. I've driven some people from nursing homes. That's pretty much it. And then there's a few people like you that just want to go to a friend's, come home from a friend's.
Yeah, we're going to have a drink or whatever.
Yeah.
See what's going on. I wasn't even trying to go out, but...
It's hard to stay in though, isn't it?
Yeah, I was like, yo, fuck it. Like...
There's like nowhere to go except somebody's house. It's weird.
Exactly.
Or unless you want to go to the shore and stare at the beach.
Nah.
That's always an option. I bet there's people doing that. There's probably a lot of people at the shore. I'm exiting the airport. I've never been here this late, and I've never been here this dead. And I feel like the whole place, the whole town. I'm in Newark, although I'm coming right from the airport, not downtown Newark or anything. Do you want to see downtown Newark? Well, downtown Newark is kind of dead on Saturdays anyway, because it's really busy on the weekdays. Usually, not next week. It's a weird, very ill-defined time where to be in the middle of it is a strange thing, where everybody's having different reactions. I have people that are literally not letting me use their bathroom, which is tormenting in a strange way. And okay, I'm coming up on 9 here. I drive this all the time. And New Jersey is really cool, by the way, and New York is really cool. And I don't know if things will ever be the same. Like I said before, it just reminds me of 9/11. It's just kind of a crazy time. And it is what it is. I feel like the Lord's going to be coming back. There's a Lyft car right behind me. I can't believe how fast things can turn around.